Hey guys, this is Daniel. Behind the camera we got Dominic, and we finally got our car back. My gosh, as I mentioned in the last episode, we had a little fender bender and the insurance took care of everything. They fixed everything. It's looking great. And we have one little part that we have to install, which we're gonna do right now. It's this little piece and the bumper. You've seen a lot of Mercedes out there driving around without this stuff. They're in the front, they're in the back. And we'll get this installed. But what we're gonna do today is, actually, where is it? Fresh out of China, we have an aftermarket mirror. Our mirror, something happened, the whole liquid leaked out, that stuff that dims the mirror, and I couldn't find one for a reasonable price that has the auto dimming and the heating. So this one's supposed to be only be heated but not auto dimming. And then while we got the mirror off, we have those little seals, those little ears. This is one of the first things I bought when we got the car, and we never got around to install them. Well, today's the day. We're gonna install them and get those seals really nice looking again. And we're gonna do a little hack to make it easier on ourselves, because we do not want to remove all the door panels. And then a very last thing, especially for the young drivers out there, 95% of the people that are out there on the roads, they drive with the mirrors adjusted wrong. They have a huge dead spot and they run people off the road all the time. There's a good way where you can adjust the mirrors where you have no or almost no dead spot. So there's no excuses that you didn't see nothing, and we'll touch it at the end. In order to get this mirror off, we're gonna get this whole housing off. So there's a little trick to it. You gotta tilt it down, and don't worry about it. I know you have electric mirrors, but you tilt it all the way down, and this will give you access back here to a little tab. If we push the tab, it's supposed to open up. Nope, but it doesn't. Let's push it a little bit harder. There we go. Here we go. There it is. So here's the tab you're gonna push. This tab, you're gonna go in there, push this down, and that will release it from here. Now, if you need to change the marker, you'll do it right here. See, this is just attached to here. You get these pieces on eBay for really cheap. Get it changed out. Don't drive an S-Class with a shitty marker. So we're gonna go ahead and unplug this. Your top. Come on. Bottom. Now make sure they're separated the same way. This right here is the control for the automatic dimming. See how bronze it is? It's because the fluid leaked out. So we just popped this off. We exposed the heating elements just out of curiosity. But putting them next to each other, there's a little problem. These pins are at the wrong location. The new ones come like this, which I can still make it work, but the attachments for the electric heating element is here, whereas on the other side it's here. So we need to figure out a way to run the wires on the other side, which they're too short on the vehicle. So we'll have to see what we can do. There you go. And it holds. Okay, so now the mirror is attached on it, but we don't have the wiring attached. So we do have this one for the dimming, which is not gonna happen anymore. And we have to extend these wires. So I'm gonna do this maybe another day or off camera, but it needs to go all the way to the other side to plug back in here. So I'll figure out a way to get it in there. The next thing we need to do is, let's fold this in. We gotta take this off. This is so brittle that it's just literally falling apart. So let's Yep, that's too small. Let's go a little bit bigger. There we go. Let's get these out. And hopefully, this is gonna come out without much fuss. Now let's cut this. Make sure you don't cut through any wire. And here we go. Oh, this is nasty. Oop. Interesting. Look at that. There it is. It's just falling apart. Alright, now while we're here, let's get this cleaned up. This hasn't been cleaned in 14 years. Might as well make it look pretty. Smells good. Alright, so this one needs to go back on. So you see our dilemma. It's solid. There's no area to push the wiring through. So what you're supposed to do, take this whole door panel off. But because we're not going to do it because we're lazy, we're going to make a tiny little cut right up here. And we're going to use this to come get the wiring through. Now we want to keep everything sealed on top. On the bottom, you won't even see it. There's going to be a tiny little cut. It's going to fit perfectly together. So we're going to get it right up on here. Yeah, fits like a glove. Push this whole thing in. There we go. Alright, so because we're already here, might as well clean this. Let's get a little bit of this stuff in here and all around. Smells like cherry. Oh, beautiful. Alright. And it should pop right on. Or not. There it is. It is on. All right, let's do the other side. All right, let's use what we learned. Let's do it again. Now, here's the thing. If this car was new, you better believe it, I'd take down the panel. But to get an extra hour of work for this, not worth it on an old car. There we go. Got that one. Done.
Focus lock look like.
Whew, hot outside. We're done. It's a project you can do in less than 20 minutes. It's so easy. But I promised you at the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you how to adjust your mirrors. Now, your mirrors, most people adjust it so they can see their own car. There's no need to see your own car. You know it's there. Point it away. The best way to do it is you go ahead and you lean out a little bit from your regular driving position. So if this is my regular driving position, you lean out a little bit and you adjust the mirror so far out that you borderlining on where you can see the car, and you do this to your passenger side as well. This way you ensure yourself that there is the most coverage. The way I have my mirrors set up, I can still see the tail end of the car on the left or right side when it enters my peripheral vision. So this way, I'm not saying I have no dead spots, but I have my dead spots reduced as much as possible. The difference on how much stuff is visible is unbelievable. Try it for a week, give it an honest try, and I promise you there's so much more stuff you can see out there, and it makes driving so much easier. The first week, I gotta tell you, is the hardest. Get out there and do it. Take care, guys. Bye.